everybody. Everybody say hi to the people online. Hi, online. Awesome. So what we are going to do is we're going to kick it off like we do every week. And good morning, says Brian. And tell me something good. So I know there's good stuff in here. I'm going to kick it off with Haley. And then be thinking of something good to share. Anybody's welcome to share online. Just shout it out if you have something, because we don't always see you. Haley, tell us something good.
I got a referral for some off-market properties, 13 of them. And so I've got, yeah, so it's kind of overwhelming. And then I got another referral from the same person on another listing, and then one yesterday, and Valerie's going to look at it today.
Boom. Round of applause. One lead turned into 13 listings. That's incredible. That's a one in a million. Who else has something they want to share? Cindy.
I just want to introduce everyone to Kate. She just joined me.
Yeah. Hi,
We're super excited to have her. She came from Neiman Marcus in the Bay Area, so we're going to cash in on those luxury clients that she's been working for over years.
Absolutely incredible.
Well, I got one.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So you started this off, right? I want to welcome Michael Mervine. He just
Awesome. All right, well, I know we got a jam-packed day. You guys are speaking. Do you want to do a lender update? Or do you want to go straight into your presentation?
Well, I think that because we have so much to present, we probably should start.
Fair enough. While you're getting ready, here's this. I'm going to throw the, we got some upcoming events. So let me share my screen. And top women in real estate. Cindy, you want to talk on that real quick?
Yes. So we just nailed down our keynote speakers, which we're super excited. So if you guys have heard of the book Bridge the Gap, the two authors are going to be our keynote speaker. These are very, very powerful women. One of them represents, big companies like Microsoft. These aren't small women, and I personally have never heard them speak before. So we are so honored for them to be our keynote speaker. Make sure to get your tickets on Eventbrite, you guys. We sell out every year, so make sure you get them. It's $10 this year, and I'm super excited because my favorite restaurant, Primo's, is going to be catering it.
Beautiful. I love Primo's.
Cindy's highlight, they are big women.
We got the Made for More mixer coming up, so just Google Made for More mixer. That's it. Crawdad is always a good time. Not this coming Thursday, but the Thursday after that, we're going to be at Granite Bay. So the meeting will not be taking place here. It's going to be at Granite Bay Country Club, and it's going to be covering how to dominate your market using social media. So don't miss that. Again, you can register on Eventbrite. And then next week, here in this very room, we're going to be having Mr. Eric Laufholm speak. Eric, you want to share what you're going to be covering next week?
We are going to be covering prospecting. So if you have any fear of prospecting or making prospecting outreach to grow your team, then I'm going to help you break through that. Anybody here have anybody fear of prospecting, just out of curiosity?
Nobody. Not this room. This is the lion's den.
Yeah.
Well, if you have any fear, make sure you're here next week, because this is going to be a game-changing speech that I'm going to be delivering right here in this room.
Fantastic. Awesome. Thank you so much.
By the way, I have many people that have met with Eric and said, wow, life-changing. One of them is right there, Steve Evans. Steve, would you just share kind of like for unprompted, I didn't know you do this, but how has it been meaningful to you to meet with Eric and to kind of just like 10 seconds from the heart, like something because you were pretty stoked.
Well, I've had coaches before, like many of us here, and they're all different and have different styles. But I think what drew me to Eric is several things for me.
Yep.
Number one, he's here local.
Yep.
Okay, number one. And number two is the fact that I think where he captured me was the fact I will change how you think. And I think that above all, because I've had coaches from Portland, they're mega agents and they're doing well. They didn't teach me how to think. They're trying to think what to do that they did, but they weren't here hands-on. See, I learned visually. If you show me something and demonstrate something, I can learn from it.
Wow.
So with that being said, and I realized this guy, he's written a lot of books.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like he's well equipped.
Yep.
So I just have to do what he says.
Just awesome. Eric, stand up. Stand up. Give him a hand, everybody. And he's tall. He's a big man. Big women, big men, big results. All right. Keep going. Go
All
ahead.
right, and then before we kick the presentation, which Alicia and Darcy will be giving, we have where's Jen? So you look just like Jen. You're sitting next to each other. You guys be sisters. Oh gosh. So Jen, everybody tell who you are and how you can help people sell more houses.
Jen Finley of North American Home Services. I work for your inspection company, so we do it all: home, termite, roof, sewer lateral, pool inspections, all the same day, same time. So feel free to reach out to me directly, and I will get you hooked up.
And they have
I'm the magic worker.
she is the magic worker. Like Valerie, what just happened recently with Jen? There was
Well, two times. We were trying to get an inspection on a certain day this week, me and another team member, and Jen came through. We had like very specific windows of time we needed, and she made it happen. So yay.
last minute. Yeah, so reach out to Jen directly. Jen, what's your contact info if they want to reach out to you?
You can text me or call me at 916-833-3531.
3331.
3531.
And by the way, for those of you online, that was my mom right here, over here. She loves to be on.
Hi to Mrs.
She
Gove.
loves to be on. And let's not, because Mother's Day is coming up, right,
It is,
everybody? Don't
it
forget
is.
Mother's Day, May 9th? 8th, well, it's close.
Yeah.
And then there's a thing called Father's Day. Who do we got over there, Johnny?
Boom.
There he is.
Papa Gove.
Everyone say hi to Dad. There he is. Do your mom and dad follow you to the office?
All right. So with that, let's share the screen. Alicia, Darcy, they're going to show us how to make $250,000 in real estate.
Which one goes to the next one?
We came in big today.
Which one?
So, which one clicks it to the next?
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
We call them the Brent Gove rappers.
So for lender update, just so I squeeze this in, because it goes with our theme. 99% of lenders are gonna tell you, oh, the rates are going up, and they're gonna try to get you. So when we're talking about being prepared and getting them qualified, so when they dip, they get to take advantage of the opportunity. So that's how you come at it with a positive twist. So we want you guys to realize how important it is that our number one job is to infect other people with fun energy, positive energy, and we have an energy that people want to align with, so you become like the Pied Piper. They're attracted to you, they want to be a part of you, and they want to be around you. But our number one job is to bring joy to others, so that builds trust, and it makes them want to work with us, right? So that's why we dressed in our most favorable, fun outfit.
Patriotic girls.
So if you want to start with our first one.
Okay, so we're gonna try to give you guys some systems that you can do every day, because right now we're feeling a little shift, right? So our buyers may be freaking out. They were 800,000, now they're 700,000. They were 1.3, now they're 1.2. So we have to show them the light, show them the greatness, show them the good, the positivity through this all, and keep pushing them through, because it's just a little ebb and flow. We're still gonna sell a ton of homes, and we're still gonna get a bunch of people into house. So we're gonna show you how to be the light in the darkness. We're going to show you about a little concierge service, and then we're going to show you some systems, and we're going to upload it all to the Brent Gove Facebook page at the end. But if you wanted to pass these around, there's some scripts that can help you as you are looking at some of these systems.
So we're gonna pick one in, just to make sure that we can have your time. My most important, and I've lived my whole 20-year career on this. 80% of sales, guys, 80%. So most of them are made on the 5th to 12th. That doesn't mean give up at 5, right? Because as you can see, it's up to the 12th. When do we mostly give up? Tell me the truth, yell some numbers out.
Two.
One.
Right? So that's the majority. That's the majority. But if you just are tenacious and make it to the 5th to 12th, it's bound to happen. You will, in fact, convert that. Let's see if I can get this thing to work. I'm not this cool. There we go.
Okay, so 50% of sales go to the first salesperson to contact the prospect. right? So when we're doing open houses, we gotta think about that. Right. We'll show you more of these later on.
We're gonna be able to give this to you because access to this now, we contact me mostly. So you guys want to create your elevator speech, why should somebody work? And this gives you an out, so you want
5 minutes just to grab something. How's your day? How's your day looking? Oh, it's looking great. Document sells a country property. I've been looking for country property. Can I get your card? I needed to have my elevator speech ready.
Sorry.
Right? That's okay.
click happy.
So, you know, how many years you've been in the business and where you serve and the little bait. So we were kind of putting together a little bait idea for you guys. You can tweak it, make it how it feels good to you, right? A great client for me is anyone looking to buy or sell. We pride ourselves in excellent service and communication. It's a great market for anyone looking. Here's my card. I'd love to get a coffee date with you, right? So these are things like to have those at the ready, because you never know, you could be at Trader Joe's and there's your next client, right?
So theme days, this is really important to me. I have used this for 20 years of business and it has rain or shine allowed me to close minimum of 200 transactions to 400 transactions, right? And every day, so that I stay on track, I have a list of who I am calling and I make sure I talk to a minimum of 10. For you guys, it would be 10. I actually do 20 just because I'm retarded and I like to do everything, go big or go home. So 10 would be sufficient for you guys. That would be 60 talk tos a week, which is 240 a month. Do you think you can get 2 deals a month out of 240 communications in 1 month?
Yeah.
Does everybody think you can get 2 deals?
Yeah.
We did the math
Mhm.
and that gives you an annual income of 250, guys. So if it's black and white, plain and simple, everyone in here saying yes, the next question is, why aren't we doing it?
Yeah.
Right.
And I can already tell, like, when we were putting this together, I'm like, ooh, I have a lot of loopholes that I am falling through the crack. It's our next one, our Tuesday one, where I could be getting so much more business. So Tuesdays, Alicia's really good at this. She's calling to give you guys an update. What's going on in her business or what's going on with the loan, right?
Now, the key is to the Tuesday update is I wouldn't say you're creating a problem, but I would make a huge deal like, oh my God, the appraisal came in at value. Do you know what a big deal that is in this market? That's really not that big of a deal. But when I make it a big deal, I'm like, I am so excited and thrilled. And not only that, there was no repairs required. Isn't that awesome? And they're like, yeah, that's so awesome. They feel excited
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That's when I go, you know what? I have loved working with you and you have been such a joy and spending time with you and your family has been so rewarding. I would love to find clients as awesome as you. Is there 2 people in your phone that you could literally give me right now that one day might be wanting to buy a home?
Mhm.
They're standing there talking to them, or if you're on the phone talking to them and you got them all riled up and they're all fired up, is there any way you can get that to me by the end of the day? They're gonna text you. And if they don't by 4:30, it's okay to remind them. But you tee yourself up to ask for the referral
While you're in the transaction. I
while
think
you're
that's
in the
key,
transaction.
is, you know, you just gave them excellent news. Guess what? The pest inspections were $4,000. I just had, that was hoarding. It's phenomenal. I'm so excited. We can get this handled. We can pay it through escrow. And hey, by the way, do you know anybody, right? I would love to help. I love working with people like you.
Current client referrals, that's what those are called. And the conversion ratios on those are the highest.
And I am not doing that right now. Like, what the heck? That is like a huge missing link, right? You're right in the middle of that transaction. Those people are loving you. This is a perfect time.
Absolutely. So Wednesdays are hot leads, old leads. So what I love about this is even if you just pick a program a week to highlight, I've been telling everybody about the $100 down HUD program. So I've got plenty of skeptics. But when I say to a client or to my database, hey, super excited, the HUD government program that has cheaper houses that people can buy with $100 down. Do you know anybody that would love to buy a house and only spend $100? Everybody knows somebody that wants to buy a house and only spend $100. It's the easiest way to get a lead. Now, do I end up funding that program? Highly unlikely. There's about 6 houses available in all of California. However, opportunity again. If people are lined up and ready, there is going to be some foreclosures. There is going to be HUD homes available. FHA in particular is already releasing modification options in anticipation that people are going to struggle because 96.5% borrowed doesn't really give a lot of room for people's credit card payments to go up as prime rises. So people will experience hardship. So if HUD's anticipating people having hardship. I'm anticipating it for my customers too, and lining them up pre-qualified for that program. It gets them flowing and it gets them in the mindset to buy.
What about USDA real quick? Isn't that still an option?
Oh, yeah.
100%
Oh, yeah.
financing, and
Great.
so they might call in on the HUD program, and I end up putting them into a USDA
And
program.
how many properties are available for USDA?
Oh, anywhere there's a map,
Like
and
there's
so
thousands.
thousands, exactly, thousands.
And that's not $100 down, it's zero.
Yeah.
down?
Well,
And you,
I
say 0 down.
it is 0 down payment. The reason I tend to quote 1% is you guys have to get that offer accepted. Yeah. And so when I'm presenting to a listing agent as how magical my client is, if they have $500, they don't sound that magical. But if I can get them to pinch together 1%, I haven't had a hard time yet. 1%, they can like, okay, I could come up with that. But you know, you can say 0 down payment as you market to get the phone to ring.
When you call, you can also do an event invitation, right? Alicia had a bunch of realtors. We all got together and we did an Easter egg hunt. So we kind of all shared in on it. And that was huge. I mean, I may have only had a few people there. Cindy may have only had, but put them all together. It was like 300 people. And it created this movement. And then this person knew this person. And now you have something to call people about, right?
So 4 events per year, if you can at minimum, align with your business partners, book 4 events per year, then you always have the next event to talk about. And so we do studio movie grill, we run it out, get a bunch of people together so you can get like 100 clients there. And then we do a fall festival and then pictures with Santa. So it just makes 4 total events, but that's an awesome thing to talk about.
And I don't know if you guys have this, but I was writing down all my listings coming up. I'm like, why can't I get these people moving and on the fence? I'm like, this momentum's slow with them. And Cindy was telling me about how at the last event, you learned that the speaker was saying, hey, I sell homes at this percentage over asking, right? It's a great market of it. Did you know that I sold this home last month for this percentage over asking? It's just a little something to reach out, to get excited. Just a little nugget, right?
I love the did you know, and I love to start out with, oh my God, I'm so excited. I just found this information out. I'm totally just reaching out to keep you informed and keep you in the loop in case this applies to somebody that you love and care about. Because then you're not salesy and you're not feeling like, oh God, I'm annoying and I'm a salesperson, because people get this weird insecurity. Instead, you're like, I'm educating. I am providing important, valuable data. And it makes that call a lot less scary because you are offering them something that is of value, and it's really information and education.
Those scripts give you some little pointers. When we call clients together, that's what we'll kind of balance off each other. We're so excited. We haven't talked in 6 months. How's it going? I know you got that Rapper B score. You got your credit card. Did you use it? Did you pay it off? Right. So it's like bumping off each other. That gets people excited. They have this little teamwork.
You can infect people with your energy.
Yes.
So I don't care what's going on in my life. Anytime anyone asks me how I'm doing, I'm amazing. I am absolutely amazing. My mind can't tell the difference of whether I'm full of it or not. So why not be amazing, right? And I am amazing because it inspires other people to look at their life as amazing. Every time I say it, they're like, you know what? I love that answer. It makes you feel better. So why not choose those words wisely?
And you're setting a tone for the call. Like, this is how this is going to be. Everything that we're going to talk about today is going to be successful. We're going to be moving on to the next level because everything's amazing, right? So
Super exciting.
this is what we just had out, the Ford script.
Family, occupation, recreation, dreams. If you don't know what to talk about, so how are the kids? Oh, do you guys have any fun trips planned for the year? Oh, you know what? I've been meaning to ask you. I'm setting my goals. It's really important to me. What do you want to accomplish this year? Bring up their goals, bring up their dreams. This is how you go deep quick, is those main subjects. So we chatted about what to talk about, and then the setting appointment. Get belly to belly with as many people as you can. I love events because I love to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I can see 20 people at once. So I'll call them like, hey, you want to go to the Women's Council of Realtors meeting? Or do you want to go to this next class at PCAR? Or do you want to go to an event together? And just spending time together is the key. Friday's my favorite day, and we have like 5 minutes.
Okay.
So cold calling is my favorite thing to do in the entire planet. I'm a weirdo. I love calling strangers because who cares if they say no? I didn't know you that well anyways. I have nothing to lose, right? So I expect 7 no's before I get 2 maybes to get to my 1 yes, okay? So the more people I talk to, the better. And you guys, if you're like, well, where do I start? I don't care if you go to a strip mall and you go into every single store and you go, hey, do you guys currently have a program for your employees to help them learn about home buying?
Oh, you don't? Who's the manager? Could I talk to the manager? Hey, Mr. Manager, do you have this program? Oh, you don't? Who's the right person to talk to? Oh, here's so ever in HR. All those business cards I just collected went in my database. Why? Because I'm going to educate them. They're going to start to get data from me. And then one day, what I'm providing is going to apply to them and they're going to reach out. Now, you do follow up and try to get them to let you do a presentation for their employees, but the influencers are who you're trying to get to. Where do we get to influencers? Job fairs. A whole entire room of HR departments who have access to all the employees. So it's super fun, but just when you get stuck and you're like, well, what do I do? Who do I see? Hop in the car and drive around and go visit every store you can. You are the only one limiting yourself. I also love to do builders. Doors are always open. Every single one of them can give you guys business. They have houses to sell, buyers that are coming to buy that need to sell their home. They have buyers that can't qualify for $650,000 with $500 in Melrose, and you know what I'm saying? Where are all those buyers going? They could give them to you. They're only $550 in this community, $650, right? They have tons of leads to give to you, but what we do is we go in one time and they're like, they were mean to us. So I went for years like it took me 18 months to get JMC. When I did, it eventually was.
How many times did you go in? 18 months, how many times?
Every single week, I would hit up on average 6 to 9 communities on Fridays.
So to do the math on that, 52 weeks, 18 months, cut that down, 26, 80 something calls, not 8 to 15, 80 something. How many loans did you end up doing because you were relentless?
Minimum of 175 a year for a decade.
Wow. So do the math on that. Let's do the math, right? 1,700, it would be, did I do the math right? A year.
Yeah.
Or no, 1,700 over a decade.
Yeah.
Oh, at least. Yeah, at least. And the most important thing, because I have 30 seconds, is when they were mean, I acted like I didn't pay attention to anything they just said. And I said, see you next week with a big old fat smile. And guess what I did? Came back next week.
She won't stop.
I came back.
And then one day.
They gave me deals.
There you go. Awesome. Give me a hand, you guys. Amazing. What you saw there was energy on display. Some of you, they just dressed up because they're crazy and nuts and wear the flags. But here's the deal. Some of you were like, I don't know if I can do this. My keynote speaker today, his energy level, you don't have to have that. And you're going to see something really cool. We're going to play a 3-minute, 55-second video. Before I do this, I just want to recognize, I'm going to play a game called Who's in the Room, just for fun. You don't even know who's standing next to you. Who in the room has graced the front cover of major magazines worldwide? Stand up. Cindy Silva. It's actual, those are like supermodel. Anyways, they are attracted to me. I don't know why. All right, so next, and I didn't mean that way. Anyways, next, who in the room was the commander and in charge of a nuclear warship off the coast of Monterey? You were the boss and you could fire nuclear weapons. Who in the room was in charge of a US battleship with nuclear tomahawk weapons? Like that dude. Anybody in the room? He was in charge of it. People online. There's Monterey, man. You never know who you're standing next to. Go ahead. And then let's see. Go around the room. I made some notes. I'm skipping somebody. I should have gone around. Who was it? Yeah, I want to feature someone else. I'm gonna skip somebody. But who in the room just wrote a book on relationships that my dad will not stop talking about, and he's giving it to everyone. You kids are all screwed up. Read this, and he's like, it's so good. It's really practical. I can't believe how good it is. Who in the room just wrote a book on relationships? Stand up and be recognized.
I brought you one so your dad wouldn't get off your back about it.
She gave me the book and I lost it. All right, so, okay, here's the final one. This is super fun. Who in the room has traveled in an automobile, special automobile, over 300 miles an hour, like driving down the road. Anybody in the room do that?
300.
Stand up. Gary Owens, everybody. Not that we're here specifically, it was 315 miles an hour. He was like just chilling with the Bev Starbucks. It was like, 315, that's awesome. I don't know. Why? Oh, the 172s and stuff like that, they just go like 150. He'd like, what was that? A car on the road? Well, it wasn't really a car, was it? This is a alcohol fueled dragster going 350 miles an hour. He is crazy. All right, now, what they have to do with what we're doing next? Nothing, but I just thought it was cool. Is it cool? All right, next.
Got a broken record in the room.
Oh, broken record, yes.
Yeah, Ryan Rosas.
Where's Ryan? Where's Ryan? Ryan. Sorry, Ryan. Everyone, EXP broker record. Wave at everyone online.
We have an Olympic athlete.
Yeah. what about-
Oh, that was the one. That was the one. Okay, back up. Who has been to Atlanta in the Olympics, marched around the Coliseum, wearing the U.S., remember the sweats in the Olympics, and the torch lighting, and rode upside down on a galloping horse doing a handstand? Keep doing this. This room is crazy. We already met someone from Nina's Markups. So, all right, we're gonna switch gears. The gentleman you're about to hear was from a small rural town in Texas. Like, anybody heard of Wheatland? Sheridan? That town, there was two things you did. You milked cows or rode bulls, end of story. And after a year of that, he joined the military, 1999, because everything was cool. And then 9/11 happened. And next thing you know, he's in the middle of Baghdad, running gunships and a sergeant. And he has an incredible story. Before he rolls the video, you guess how many homes he sold in 2020? Anybody? Zero. Guess how many homes he sold in the first 3 months of last year, 2021? Anybody? Zero. You're about to hear from a total loser. Now, and we're kidding. That was me. I'm kidding. I'm being facetious. Now he's actually watching me do this. I love you, Levi. But his story's amazing. Anybody feel like, I'm not selling homes, I'm not making it? He went from 0 sales in 2020, 0 sales the first 3 months of last year, to you're going to watch 3 minutes of 55 seconds of mine. Jay Kender's been doing this 28 years. He says, I've never seen anybody have this kind of success. I'm 27 years. I'm not even close. The next 3 minutes of 55 seconds will change your life if you let it. Roll the video.
Well, it's Levi here, and it was great to see you in Cabo. You mentioned sending you a brief video about the results and my story. And so I just wanted to share with that. And if you can you remember back in January 2021, when we first met, I'd started this YouTube channel. It was only 1 month old. I hadn't generated any business. I didn't sell a home in 2020. I didn't even sell a home in the first quarter of 2021. So keep that in mind with everything I want to share with you. But here's the results. Speaking with Jay Kender, he said he's never heard anybody having this type of success, in their first year of real estate. So I also want to share, I did this with my partner, Travis Plum. And so he's been a big part of this as well. And so this is what happened over 2021, brand new YouTube channel, all organic, no ad spend. We generated 621,700 views, 66,000 watch hours, 7.8 thousand subscribers, even generated 4,000 in ad revenue, but that wasn't the goal. The only goal was to make the phone ring, period. We actually have over 11,700 subscribers on the YouTube channel now. It's only 15 months old. But what did this mean in business? We closed in our first year, and actually the first 9 months, because we didn't even sell a home in the first quarter of 2021. So the last 9 months of 2021, we closed 64 transactions, 33.5 million in volume, $1 million in GCI in our first year, 0 ad spend, no marketing budget. 2022, we even rolled over 18 transactions, 9.8 million in volume and 295,000 in commissions. So imagine being
Okay, I'm just going to pause it. From a dead stop, he made $1 million in 9 months. Picture this being you. And then he had 300,000 in escrow entering this year. So really, that's $1.3 million in 9 months. Never have I ever seen one. I've seen people do it spending $30,000 a month on Zillow leads.
Yeah.
0 ad spend. And he's offering a class to all of you to copy what he did. And I go, he's offering it for like next to nothing. I said, it should be 7 times the price. You have gold and diamonds, and you don't even know it. And he's the kind of guy who he just wants to help the agents. He's going to charge for it. He deserves to be paid. How would you like to learn what he did? And here's a cool thing. You haven't even seen the results. Go ahead and play. You're going to see the results of actually.
Second year agent being able to start the year off with 18 transactions. But it's actually completely compounded since then, because you see, we had no momentum because we just started the channel, at the beginning of the end of 2020, beginning of 2021. But look what happened now in the first quarter of 2022, Brent. We closed already 50 transactions, 25.8 million in volume, 775,000 in GCI, 40 transactions pending for 21.8 million and 655,000 in GCI. That's over 1.4 million in GCI in the first quarter of
1.4 million in earned commission first quarter. So if you multiply that times 4, what will his income be this year? Who's good? 1.4 times 4.
6.
5.2, according to Drew, $5.2 million second year. I've never seen anybody do this. Now, I've seen him do it on Zillow, spending 30, 40, 50,000 a month ad spend. 0 ad spend. He's going to teach you how to do it today at 5 o'clock. Whatever you're doing at 5 o'clock today, Pacific, we're going to give you a link. I mentioned it to a small group of people. We blew it out with 100 people on Monday. He's going to show you, and he does it all with this. This is all you need. Your smartphone, your iPhone, that's it. And 0 ad spend. And he's going to show you how to make a video, upload it, and he's going to teach you how to do this. I'm so pumped. Keep going.
It's awesome.
It really is.
2022. And we've already generated 617 leads in the first 90 days. So we average almost 7 leads per day for free from our YouTube channel. And what does this mean for agent attraction? Well, here's the other side of it. We've been able to leverage this into helping other agents build their channels as well. And because of that, it's allowed us to actually agent attract very effectively. We're only in this 15 months. Think about that. We already have 40 FLAs with 18 FLQAs. We actually have plenty to open up.
Talk about that, Brent?
Sure. Did you pause it?
Yeah.
Last revenue share check last month, right here was how much?
$2,000.
What happened the following month? No, it was 2. Revenue share.
No, it was 13.
Oh, where is it?
And it's 2 on its way.
13. I was showing you the month before. It was half of this. It's going to double every month. He'll make like 26,000 next month of just cash flow. Are you guys with me? It'll be 50, 60, 70,000 a month in the fall, the revenue share portion. You ever like, I'm not that good at agent attraction. How about help them with their production, which is all this is about, is production. And then once you leave, go, here, I got listings, I have buyers. They'll leave other brokerages, Century 21, Lions, Remax, Compass, go, here you go. That's what he does. He's moving to Puerto Rico. He's going to be my neighbor because he's already making millions and millions and millions of dollars. And when you do that, you pay millions in taxes, just like in the blink of an eye. 40 with 25 FAQA. See, 7 of them have already closed the deal, just hasn't posted. That's going to go 40, 25. Unlocking 6 levels. Keep going. We're almost done.
Tier 5 and possibly tier 6. They just haven't registered, but we know they've already sold real estate. Over 304 in the revenue share group. And our last check was 13,800 in the first 15 months. So that's, I don't know. I think that's pretty significant maybe, but we're happy for the path we're heading down. And we feel like we've really cracked the code. And this is something that we've just done with an iPhone and again, 0 marketing. So this is something that any agent, any established agent, and especially any brand new agent can implement in their business. But you also asked about my personal story. So I just want to share that with you real quick. But, I grew up in a small town called Stephenville, Texas. It's 2 hours south of Dallas. And if you're not milking cows or riding bulls, then there's not really much else to do there. You can see here, I worked the weekends at the flea market trying to, start my own business at the time. But, the thing is that my parents didn't go to college. My 2 older brothers didn't go to college. And my parents actually told me my whole life, you're not going to go to college because we can't afford it. Because they didn't go, they didn't know about student aid or college loans or scholarships or any of that. So they weren't able to assist me in none of that. And so I just assumed that we couldn't afford college and my parents weren't going to pay for it. So I wasn't going to go. So I worked labor jobs in Stephenville after I graduated for about a year after high.
So put your kids to work doing hard labor. Look how they turn out. Now, so my parents, they made it cushy for me. So I don't know, I got lucky. I love this gold by the inch at the swap meet. That is awesome. Maybe you do some crazy stuff to make money when you're young. Look at this. It looks like Sheridan or Wheatland. I haven't decided which one. Las Molinas, for those of you up north. Yeah, Rockerby, Berry Creek. I don't know if Hillier's still here, but I'm telling you what, right now, it is amazing. And so Levi's here. He's doing a 5 o'clock today Pacific, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, 1 hour. You should be there. This could be your story. If you're willing to turn, I hate video, fine, stay living where you live, drive the car you drive, and enjoy your life in real estate. The future is video. The future's online. You must, I don't care what you want to do. You sound like a teenage, I don't want to clean my room. I don't really care. I don't want to I don't feel like mowing the lawn. I don't care what you like, what you feel like. What do you tell your teenage son? Well, you don't feel like mowing the lawn, doing your chores? No problem. I slobbered on you. Sorry. Right? No problem. We don't say that, do we? Do we do that? No. But somehow as an adult, you're allowed to say, well, I don't like doing video. I'm not comfortable on camera. I don't really care. This is about your children. Get over it. Get over your narcissistic self. You know what I mean? I've deleted plenty of pictures too, right? Like when you're feeling a little, right? And like, oh, I get that angle. No, shoot down. Right? And I get it. I'm there too. But here's the deal: get over yourself and have the future. You could all do this. There's people, lots of people with podcasts and Zooms that they don't know how to do it. You guys figure something out. Levi's here live. Let's bring him up live from the audience on Zoom and make him large, but speaker view. And he's going to just take 5 minutes and invite you to a link where you can register for tonight. It's free to attend. And he's here somewhere. There he is. I see him there. Let's make him co-host and make him large. Speaker only if we don't have that. And there he is. Hey, Levi, how you doing?
Hey, Brent, I'm doing well. How are you?
Look at him. He even looks like the same shirt. Where are you? I'm going to send you a black shirt or something just to change it up. No, I'm kidding. You look good, man.
Hey, you got the black. I got the blue. All right.
All right. Get him. Well, share for 2 or 3 minutes, and then we got time for 2 questions. And he's really going to get into it at 5. But what would you like to say if you could say anything to him for the next 2 or 3 minutes?
Well, first of all, thank you all for having me. I put the link in the chat. It's 5starstrategycall.com. And what I just really want to emphasize to everyone is that you can absolutely change your business inside of 6 months if you take massive action. And I also believe that you can hyper learn any subject in about 60 days. So even if YouTube may not be for you, if you want to do TikTok, if you want to do Instagram, if you want to be the best postcard marketer on the planet, I believe if you put everything that you have into it for the next 60 days, you read books, you watch YouTube videos, you read blogs, you Google it, that you can hyper learn that subject and it will absolutely change your business if you implement it. However, YouTube is the cheapest way to go because you can post content on YouTube for free. And the great thing about YouTube is YouTube wants people to watch your videos. Their whole goal is time on platform. So the more videos of yours they show, then the more audience you'll gain. Our channel, gained over 9 million impressions last year and that was all free because YouTube wants to promote it. If you post anything on the other platforms, that video is usually dead within 48 to 72 hours, where YouTube, your videos live forever. And if you create it search-based, you think about it, people are constantly searching for your city and in your area, your suburbs, your neighborhoods. That's something that someone's always looking for. So if you're the person that continually shows up whenever somebody's searching for it, think about that, how powerful that is whenever your videos show up and it creates value for them. So our average contact to under contract as well is 45 days. So that's how intentional people are on Google and how intentional they are on YouTube, because they're in the buying process and they haven't even decided to really hire a real estate agent yet. So if you're the one there providing value, then you are going to build relationships. You're just going to do it with video first. And whenever people call you, they've already made the decision that they want to work with you. And that's what makes this very easy.
Awesome. Give Levi a hand, everyone. So they get- come up bigger. So Levi, real quick, we are going to take 2 questions from the audience about what you're doing, because we got to keep going here. He's going to get into it at 5, but does anybody 1 or 2 questions? Anybody have a question? Jason?
Hey, Levi.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I was in the room in at EXPCon and you stood up and talked about this, and I had an opportunity to speak with Travis afterwards. And I recently started a YouTube channel and I put some videos on there. How many videos would you suggest is a good number per month?
As many as possible, but actually the it depends. You have to pick a schedule, a publishing schedule that works for you. So ultimately consistency, your commitment on consistency is really key in the beginning, because most of the time what agents do is they film 1 or 2 videos, they get excited, they publish it, and then life happens, health happens, real estate happens, family happens, and then nothing happens, right? And then you go 2 or 3 weeks without publishing something else. And what that will kill your channel pretty much quicker than anything, because you have to have a plan in place. So if you commit to twice a week or 3 times a week, you need to commit to that and stick with it and make sure that is a priority. You need to time block either, an hour a day or 4 hours once a week, or sometimes, an entire day once a month, whatever it's going to take that you can film the content that's needed to get on a schedule that works for you. That is what you have to determine. Now, you will grow as fast as the content you put out. So if you put out 1 video a week, it's going to be slow. If you put out 2 videos a week, you're going to grow medium pace. If you want to grow, that was my goal when I started. What I noticed in my market is there was other real estate agents on YouTube. I didn't invent anything. I just noticed they were all publishing 1 video a week. And the top channel that I was trying to catch had 7,000 subscribers when I had 0. And I knew the only way I would ever even get close to them or catch them is if I published, if I outworked them, really is what it came down to. So I made a commitment to myself to do 3 videos a week. And I did that for the entire first year and did not miss a single publishing schedule. And so that became the important thing. So you're going to grow as fast as the amount of content you put out.
And how long did it take you to make a video? Once you kind of did your first season, kind of got the rhythm after the first month or 2, how long did it take you to bang out a video?
Forever. But if I did something in the neighborhood, that on average, that would take me 4 or 5 hours for 1 video. If I did it in the office, usually multiple takes. But now if I want to make a 15-minute video, it takes me 15 minutes. I mean, I have a proficiency level now to where it's second nature. It's just like having a conversation. And that's what you have to build up to. I mean, ultimately all video is sales at scale. And so you're going to have the choice. Think about if I came to your city right now and you were going to drive me around the neighborhood, you could probably tell me everything I needed to know about moving there. But the problem is that conversation lives and dies with us. Now you can do the exact same thing on video. And now you have potential to reach 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, even 50,000 people. I mean, we've got a video that's breaking 55,000 views right now. And I only had that conversation once with that camera, but I've reached 55,000 people. So you have to make the choice. That's how you scale yourself.
Hey, but real quick, what if someone is proficient and comfortable on camera? You've never done it. Can they do, is it still going to be 4 or 5 hours for each video times 3, which is nothing. Okay, big deal. A lot of you are, oh my God, 4 or 5 hours. It's 12 to 15 hours a week to change your life. Don't even stop it.
Well, that was Brent, that was the beginning. If I go outside now, I can make what used to take me 4 hours takes me 45 minutes if I go out, and that's driving to multiple locations. But I have a schedule down. We discussed that in the course, but it's right. If you're proficient, I mean, it's going to take a little bit of adjusting, right? Anything you do in the beginning is always the most difficult, and you always kind of fumble around with it. Just the first time you wrote a contract, the first time you went on a listing appointment, all of that was new to you. You probably weren't as proficient as you are now. So video is the same thing. I'm
trying to cut through this just real quick. Yep. 3 months down the road, they did commit to 3 videos a week, and they spent their 6 to 8 hours, whatever. They spent their time making the video. They set the time. How soon can they get it down where they're maybe spending an hour making a video 3 times a week? How many, right? Would it take 3 months to get there, 4 or 5 months?
Yeah, I think everybody goes at their own pace, but yeah, it's
True.
really, it's how fast do you absorb and learn and grow from your own experience, right? So if you analyze, and I'm not saying analyze yourself to death, but just realize, okay, what could I do differently? What could I do better? Those are the ones that will always, continually improve. And yeah, absolutely. The more, I'll tell you this, Brent, now, would you believe that making videos is the least amount of time I spend during the work week? So in the beginning, yes, it used to take time. It used to take multiple hours, but now video takes me the least amount of anything else. But now, because the business has grown and we have other issues to tackle, right? And because I'm proficient, it's just like having a conversation, and so that's just something you develop with skill. If you develop that skill, again, hyper learn, and also understand what you can improve each and every time, then that curve is going to shorten. And so absolutely, you could do it within a month. You could do it within 2 months, 3 months. Absolutely.
There you go. 2 minutes. We have time for one more question. It was going to be Steve. Before he gets there, though, for those of you online, you're like, I would do this, but I don't have a team. I'm going to get all those leads, and then I have to do all these listings. I go, oh, sorry, you have to do all these listings. And then I'm going to do all these buyers. Listen, you don't even have to do it. You could literally go to someone who's very much involved in production. Go, would you like a listing in El Dorado Hills? We'll split it 50-50. You get all the sign calls, family, friends, neighbors, coworkers, neighbors. If you do an open house and you double it, it's yours at 100%. But they don't even have to be on your team. You do not have to have a team to do this. And then you go to some really good people, good with working with buyers, and go, here's some buyers ready to go, 500, 600, 700,000, 50. You don't even have to have, some of you are already, the enemy is the enemy. You're telling yourself why this won't work for you. And I'm telling you, you don't need a team. You're going, so you could dish the leads and you could start now. Someone told me, I already told them this idea. Well, I need to spend the next 6 months building up my team to get ready. That's you in the way. Steve, real quick.
Hey, Levi, real quick here. One of the questions in regard to doing postings either once a week or 5 times a week is the question of content. Where do you have a source that you have, like third-party source that gives you real estate ideas for topics of content, or what? Where do you source your contents?
How long have you been in real estate, Steve?
20 years.
Oh my goodness.
How long have you lived in your city?
A long time.
Yep. There's your content. So really what the you in YouTube is really you as the creator and you as the viewer, but you as the creator, it's about your experiences. It's about your knowledge. So now we give you topics and things that will help you develop that, but ultimately you are your content because you've been in that neighborhood 1,000 times, right? You've sold 10 homes. You've sold a home probably 5 different times. You have all these types of experiences. Your kids went to school over here. They played baseball over here. You hid over here, played hide and seek. All these types of things is really the information that people are looking for. I probably talk absolutely close to nothing about real estate stats in the videos. People want to know about the city, the suburbs, the neighborhoods. What's it really like? And they want your opinion, your viewpoint about the good, the bad, the ugly, and what it's like to eat, sleep, work, play, all those good things. So it's ultimately you. Now, you can follow a list. We create content for the algorithm in the beginning, which is what people are already searching is the easiest way to get found. But then as you develop your audience and you get to know them, you create content for the audience. So we create content for the algorithm in the beginning and then create content for the audience as we develop more of that. But ultimately, you are your content and you have, trust me, you've got 20 plus years of experience in your head. So we just got to extract it.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Give him a hand, everybody. Before you leave, he's going to get into the weeds for an hour tonight from 5 to 6. And he's going to invite you to take his course if you want. It does cost money and it should cost money. I've said you need to charge 7 times more. I hope you raise the price 7 times next month. And, have you raised it yet? Have you raised the price yet, Levi?
We raised it from Monday's call. Yeah, we let all your people from Monday, your VIPs. You said those were all the important people, right?
Levi? So you did already raise the price.
No, I kept it just for this call. Since you gave me fair warning, we kept it same price.
So those of you online, and how many do we have online watching? 31 online and 40 in the room. There's 71 of you. Watch this thing tonight. Sign up. You plan on raising the price at some point?
Yes, and I open up this call tonight for you, Brent, just for this cruise. So yeah, let's get as many people as we can on tonight, because I'm about to travel to Houston, but I'll be there to host this call. But I open it up. So go to 5starstrategycall.com and you can
5starstrategycall.com. Every one of you clear your schedule and should be there. I've never seen anything like it in 27 years. There is nobody their second year made $6 million in GCI with zero ad spend. This is a unique moment. And I'm just like freaking out. Jay Kinder, he's a marketing monster, number one global banker and agent in the world, trained the best agents in the world, and 1,000 people. He said he's never seen anything like this. This is a big deal. Levi, how much are you paying me to do this? No, seriously, what are you paying me? Be honest, tell
$0. Zero.
So this is not because Brent and Levi have a side deal. You know how many side deals I have with people? Nothing, anywhere. I'm always coming to help people, and God has rewarded me, right? In other ways. So if you love and you give, good things happen, and I really want your lives to change. Those of you online, this video will be seen 500 times. So what if the price goes up? Sell one of your kids, figure it out, take his course. It doesn't matter. It's worth it. People pay hundreds of thousands of dollars, and it won't be that, but to, for college, and then they can't get a job. I was the mayor of Palola, Washington. Can't even say it. Outside of Seattle, 3 of his kids got out of college and none of them could get jobs. And he spent a couple $100,000, each 600. They couldn't even get jobs. Come on. Lexi, just a quick question. It's gotta be fast.
I just want to know what his YouTube channel is.
What's your YouTube channel?
Living in Dallas, Texas.
Living in Dallas, Texas. All right, but tonight, 5 o'clock, he's going to explain it. Then he's going to do Q&A. And on Tuesday, you did it. It went for an hour.
Yeah.
So these Q&A can go on. So I would schedule 5 to 7, clear your calendar. Do not, I'm going to go at 6 o'clock. No, stay, right? Because you're doing Q&A when it's over at 6, right, Levi?
Yeah. And I'll open it up for Q&A at the end. Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Levi. Love you, man. I'm so grateful, so impressed. This is like, wow. And I think you just made it onto the build stage in Dallas. He wanted that. And I do have to talk with Gene Frederick and James, and we have a little board that approves our speakers.
Well, tell Gene that
I'm not the Pope. I don't pick the speakers. We actually have a process for picking speakers for build, but you got my vote. I just need to,
tell Gene I rented his daughter's place in Puerto Rico. So yeah, I'm practically family now.
My newest Puerto Rican cousin, come to my house the first week. You come over, we make you Puerto Rican dinner.
All right, let's do it. I'll be there on the 27th.
Rice, beans, and skirt steak. You'll love it. All right. Thanks, Levi. Have a good day.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you.
All right. Turn it around to the group. And where are we going next, John? Where are we going next, Johnny?
That's all we got.
We're done. Okay, so here's give it back. Okay, we are done. We never finish early. We are 4 minutes early. God bless you. Go and multiply, divide like an atom or cell, and take over the world. Bye. Love you guys.